Welcome inside TD Garden. The Celtics and the Pacers. That's something we're going to be hearing a lot over the next couple of weeks. They play again in the regular season next week, and barring a huge change, this will be the matchup in the first round of the playoffs. The only thing in question is who will hold home court advantage. Now, this is a really exciting matchup, and Brad Stevens has been going towards the two big lineup lately, and it worked really well for the Celtics, especially in the first half against the Pacers. How do you guys see this matchup working out for the Celtics going forward?
I think the biggest takeaway from Friday's nail-biting win, Kyrie Irving layup with half a second remaining, was the fact that the Celtics took a punch. They took several punches, and after the game, I asked Al Horford that and reminded him I had asked Brad Stevens earlier in the season, this team this year hasn't been particularly good at taking punches. Well, on Friday night, they took not one, not two, they took about 10 punches. They went out to big leads against the Pacers, only to see the Pacers come back. In a playoff environment, I asked Horford, how critical is that? And he said it's pretty much everything, because you know these games are going to be back and forth, especially in the first round against a team that matches up so well.
Yeah, they haven't been able to take punches within a game, and they haven't been able to take punches from game to game. Like it seems like they dwell on losses, you know? So in a playoff series, you have zero time to dwell on a loss. You got to get back out there and play the same team again, and you have to figure out what went wrong. And to go back onto your point, Horford and Baines, I mean, they punched back. You know, Baines is a guy who punches back. You know, he's that physical presence down low. He's always been the type of guy that's going to get dirty in there. He's going to get in there for the rebounds. Double tonight. Had a huge
first of the season. Yeah, he was really impressive.
Had a huge putback late in the game there, and I thought he was one of the sparks of the team. I thought him and Horford and Marcus Smart was
the other thing I want to interject here, and Al Horford made reference to this. It takes some of the burden off Al Horford.
Totally.
When Baines is on the floor, Horford does not feel nearly the pressure defensively to stick under the basket. They can spread him, you know, not only on offense but on defense as well. Put him out on the wing, and that makes Al Horford. You can see the smile on his face in the locker room afterwards. That he can be versatile in who he guards.
And I'll tell you what, as much as the Celtics needed this win tonight to keep the momentum going after that 4-game losing streak and winning on the road, the fans needed it too. This place, TD Garden, hasn't felt this alive in so long, and that's just that extra motivation for the team to work hard for that home court advantage, because it proved. Aaron Baines talked about it tonight. He said after the game, there's no place better to play in the playoffs than TD Garden. The fans know basketball. The fans love basketball, and you saw it tonight.
The Celtics needed a reason, or give their fans a reason to feel good about this team, right? Yes. How much have we heard criticism? This is not a fun team. They're not an enjoyable team to watch this year. It's just the vibe is all different. Friday night was enjoyable.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. I was going to say there's been a lot of pent-up frustration. I mean, we've heard, how many times have we heard the fans boo these guys off the court? I mean, a lot. You know, more than you'd ever imagine going into the season. So, listen, I mean, they are, you know, diehard fans. You know, they're going to let you know when they're upset, and they're going to let you know when they're excited and happy. Once the playoffs come around, these guys are going to have your backs. The fans are going to have this team's back as long as they go out there and they play the way they should.
And it wasn't all roses this game. Obviously, it was a close one on Friday night, but it was another game, another storyline where the Celtics went up 13 in the first quarter, took control early on, let the Pacers come back into the game, and then it was a struggle. When are they finally going to go out to that hot start and maintain? When can they maintain a lead?
If they haven't done it by now, they're probably not going to do it, Sierra.
Right, and I think that's what's going to catch up to them possibly in the playoffs. Maybe it's not the first round. Maybe they survive the Pacers, but eventually that's something that's going to hinder you.
I think this was a baby step, right? Because we've seen them jump out to those leads, give them up, and then not make that comeback, not, you know, end up with a W. But tonight, as Tregs mentioned, they fought back, they punched back. So let's just little steps here.
We'll take what we can get. Yeah. Well, the Pacers will have their chance at revenge, but first, this Garden Report was brought to you by betonline.ag. Head to clnsmedia.com/win. Enter promo code CLNS50 for 50% cash back on your first entry. Like I said, the Pacers will get their chance at revenge, not only one more time in the regular season, but of course in that first matchup in the playoffs. Home court advantage to be determined. Keep up with all of our content at clnsmedia.com.